In the heart of New York sits the legendary Big Alice. Once the world's largest generator of electricity, its owner, Rise Light and Power, now wants to make it the cleanest by building the largest battery facility in the country here, a 316 megawatt storage facility for renewable energy. What are the challenges that you face to meet this deadline in terms of... CEO Clint Plummer acknowledges it won't be easy.
Our challenge is New York's challenge, and it's also the country's challenge and the world's challenge is how do we transition from a economy, a city that's run primarily on fossil fuels for as long as we've had electricity to one that's focusing on now running on clean energy infrastructure.
That's how you make electricity. You take a large electromagnet and you spin it.
The batteries will replace their dirtiest carbon-spewing oil and gas-fired generators, the ones they rely on to power New York City in high-demand periods like a heat wave. The plan is to connect them to wind and solar farms proposed for construction outside the city. New York is attempting to wean itself off of fossil fuels. At the same time, it's taking another major source of carbon-free electricity offline, the Indian Point nuclear power plant. In 2019, this facility alone was responsible for 13% of the state's power.
Unlike fossil fuels, nuclear power emits no carbon and no smog. And unlike renewables like solar and wind, it is not intermittent, it's reliable.
Pro-nuclear power environmentalists say batteries aren't yet up to the task of replacing fossil fuels. The group Nuclear New York calculates it will take a wind farm larger than New York City to replace the energy generated by Indian Point alone.
The amount of electricity that it will store is 30 minutes of New York City's energy need. So if you think about the amount of solar or wind that you hypothetically feed to that battery to feed New York City, like where are you going to put it?
Natural gas facilities are expected to make up the difference, resulting in an increase in carbon emissions in the short term. Still, others say the switch to renewables can't wait.
I think we're going to see technological innovation that is difficult to imagine, but it's going to happen because we really have no choice, and we're really on that path now.
The path may be uncertain, but in New York, the goal of eliminating carbon emissions, at least, is no longer up for debate. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, New York.